Thank you for tuning in, and if you're new to the channel, I'm Trapper Tony with Pest Protection Plus. Today we're going to discuss the 4 most common wildlife animals in the Greater Toronto Area. Now you may have seen these animals before: a squirrel up on your roof or in a tree, raccoons digging or tipping over your trash. You might smell that musky smell from a skunk in the neighborhood, or you'll see a possum roaming the streets late at night with its babies right on its back. So we're going to dive right in, first talking about the skunk. Now these animals are typically black in nature with a distinctive white stripe. You might see these animals most commonly at night. You'll wake up in the morning, your lawn is torn apart, or you'll see them burrow right underneath your deck, shed, or dwelling. These animals are great diggers. They have long, strong claws that can go almost through any material: clay, sand, gravel, soil, making their home in your backyard or property. Now when we locate these entry points from skunks, we'll use tools like the galvanized steel mesh to prevent entry. Again, we'll dig around the area in question, install the mesh in the shape of an L, which prevents entry from the ground level, as well as if they try to burrow down past the mesh itself. The aid of a one-way door is also critical. Now, skunks are not very great at seeing anything, so we have this plexiglass door here, which will illuminate light from the exterior, making it easy for them to locate. They'll migrate through the one-way door, closing behind itself, excluding these animals to the exterior in question. Now during the kit season, we'll do a thorough inspection to locate any young in these areas, remove them by hand, relocate them to the exterior so that the mother vacates. She can relocate these animals on her own. Next, we're going to talk about the most common animal you've probably seen or had experiences with is the raccoon. Now these bandits with their black and white striped tails are notorious for getting into your garbage. They'll tip over your bins, rip and scratch and claw their way into almost anything with their 5 fingers and opposable thumbs, making it easy for them to gain entry and access almost anything they want to. Again, the use of galvanized steel mesh and one-way doors for exclusion. These animals are typically found in the spring up inside your attic. They'll rip roof vents right off your roof, gaining entry into the attic itself, staying nice and warm and dry, having their kits in the spring. The use of vent covers, galvanized steel vent covers to protect your home long term, and one-way doors for exclusion are critical. Raccoon kits, when they're immobile, not big enough to vacate on their own, are humanely removed by technicians and relocated to the exterior. So when the mother vacates, she has the opportunity to relocate her young on their own. Let's dive right into squirrels. In Southern Ontario, and most commonly in the Greater Toronto Area, we have 2 types of squirrels: the red squirrel and the eastern gray. Now the eastern gray can have a variation of color. It could be black or gray. They're a lot larger than the common red squirrel as well. Again, great at chewing, scratching, and clawing their way through things. They naturally have to file their teeth and nails back by chewing on wood, shingles, metal siding, eave troughs, gutters. They're just notorious chewers, almost gaining access through any material as well. Although they can't chew or scratch their way through our galvanized steel mesh, and again, the use of a one-way door for exclusion. The animals will vacate through, the door will open and exclude that animal right to the exterior. This is commonly used in the springtime when they have their first litter up inside your attic or somewhere it's nice and warm for them to have their young. We will relocate the young to the exterior, again giving the mother the opportunity to relocate her kits one at a time on her own. Now in the summer, they'll migrate outdoors. They'll be up in trees. They'll make nests out of sticks, twigs, branches, and these are known as drays. It's common to see them, especially in the fall when the leaves fall down and you notice that big ball of twigs and nests kind of bunched up in your tree there. That's the dray. For the second litter that they'll have is in the fall time as well. Moving on, we have the opossum, and it's typically gray in nature, like pink little noses, pink little fingertips. These animals are more commonly nocturnal. You might see them late at night when you're pulling into your driveway from going out to dinner or out on a walk. These animals are great as they eat ticks and they eat little varmints and rodents, insects. They also have great claws, which make them excellent diggers as well. They'll get underneath decks, sheds, and dwellings. Again, the use of one-way doors and galvanized steel mesh is the ultimate home protection. So now that we've discussed the 4 most common wildlife animals in the Greater Toronto Area, be sure to check our description below where we'll go through each individual animal in detail. Again, the raccoons with their striped tails, skunks, black body, long white stripe, squirrels having their distinctive features, black, gray, or red, and the opossums with their gray bodies, and their behaviors, their entry points, and how to protect your home in the future. I hope this video aids you in identifying any wildlife on your property or potential threat to your home or dwelling.